Okay, so I'm going to go over with you how to access for your vinyl design. If you go into Schoology under courses, this is Mrs. Roberts, and it's going to be week 3. So for this assignment, I've got directions up here for you to watch, which is what you're watching right now. And we're going to click on custom vinyl sticker. It will open up a separate assignment for you. And what you're going to do, we're going to start with the top. It does have an order. If you go here on the left-hand side, it shows an outline view. You can click on it. And so when you open this up later, if you've already finished the Engage, you went through the Explore, you just go in order all the way down. So this is the Engage part. So just for your knowledge, if you didn't know, vinyl decals and stickers are everybody seems to love. They can't get enough of them. Whether it's a Baby Yoda decal on your morning coffee mug or a cutout of your pet stuck to the back shield of your window, decals come in many sizes, shapes, and forms to cater to people's diverse hobbies and interests. If you're someone who enjoys art, design, and craft making, then you could potentially make some money selling vinyl decals, either online or in person. I have a few different examples here. You can make a vinyl to go on your Chromebook, either on the inside or the outside. You can add the vinyl to a water bottle, coffee mug, or you can even add it on your car, a window, or even the wall. So our vinyl cutter is a very powerful design tool, and it makes for the products to go with your design skills. Our goal is to learn how to make signs for the school, stickers for the cars and laptops, and other products. I'm interested in your ideas. But before we get started, there's something to consider. So this is reflection and examples from students from first semester. So I'm going to click on that and open it up. And what I do is I ask questions at the end of the assignment and reflects and ask you, like, what do you learn about designing, cutting, weeding, and installing vinyl stickers? And some of the things that people said that they've learned more, that the more complex a sticker is, the harder it is to weed, even though it looks super cool. It's very precise. It was a lot of fun. They learned the vinyl process is pretty fun and seems like a good profession. They learned that weeding and installing the vinyl is the hardest part of the process. They learned that installing and making vinyl stickers is a lot harder than it looks. But some people thought it was really easy to make the vinyl stickers. Some people learned that using Adobe Illustrator is not actually as hard, is a lot easier than it looks. Designing these stickers and getting them oriented out can be difficult, but applying the sticker can also be difficult. They enhanced their knowledge on Adobe Illustrator on how to create a vinyl. It takes a lot of work, but once you're finished, it looks awesome and it was totally worth it. And you can use any type of theme for your sticker. So some advice that they give you for making your first sticker: start simple. As you get more experience, you could add more detail. Also, I would recommend them start from a black and white image as opposed from a color image. It's a lot of work. Keep the lines thick and get examples for weeding. Don't do anything that is super detailed. Make sure that the lines are bold and thick so that the weeding is easier. Don't make the sticker too complex for your first time. Don't make the lines too thin so you can weed it easily. Have something in mind and stay focused. It's easy to get lost. Be careful when pulling off the transfer paper because it can stick and rip the other sticker. They also would say start simple. It gets quite difficult very fast when you add graphics, and especially if they are complex. Make sure what you like is not what you do, what you like, not what other people want you to. And you should get a black silhouette that is not too complicated. So a design someone came up with, they found a head silhouette and they put their initials CKB in it. And you can see it cut it out and put onto it looks like a vinyl sticker on top of vinyl sticker on top of vinyl sticker. I haven't get pictures from this semester, but I'm planning on putting more pictures from this semester on here when I get them. So it should have your initials or your name and a graphic. So let's go back to Explore. So starting a home business, selling vinyl decals can seem very daunting at first. How will you make the money? Who will you sell it to? Will people want to buy your art? It's kind of normal to worry. But luckily, there's little risk in starting a vinyl decal business from home. The upfront cost is minimal, at least in comparison to most startup companies, and the creation process is fairly straightforward. So let's start looking at researching monogram initials. So I found some online to give you an idea. You're making a one color vinyl. Now you can choose whatever color you would like. We have very many different color vinyls, but when you're coming up with a design, it's not going to be 4-color, which is what these are. It's going to be one color. So you're going to make it in black, and then we're going to print out whatever color vinyl you'd like. So this is the initials and an anchor. These are just initials in different shapes. You can do it with sport equipment, like baseballs. I don't know why they have the Easter Bunny with but you know, surfboards, boats, unicorns, hearts, mermaid, bats, horses. I mean, you can think of a lot of different things you can make your initials with. They don't have to be in a circle, and they don't have to be on the image, but this just gives you an idea of what we're looking for. You want to make sure that the shape that you're going to find, the silhouette shape of the image, is black, and that you use a bold typeface for coming up with your initials. All right, so that was just showing you some monogram examples. Let's go through our next one. So what I'm going to have you do in 10 minutes, I'm going to give you 10 minutes. I want you to go to Google and type in initials with your first and last initial to find examples. And I'm going to show you how that is. So if I go to Google, I put in a quote mark and put initials and then my initials, LR. You can do capital or lowercase, and then another quote. You hit the images, you'll actually see different initials people come up with. So this one, LR, that would be pretty good to actually create because it's nice and bold and thick, not too thin of lines. I'd stay away from anything that has too thin of lines like this one. This might be a little tough, but can be done. Keep in mind, you want to try simple at first. So bold type. This one I would stay away from. Too curly Q. Thick, bold type works best. That's what most people said. So you can see a couple of different initials that can be used. Don't go too extreme. The bigger, bolder, the better. Easier it's going to be for you to take apart and create. So that's just looking up a couple of ideas. My suggestion, if you find ones that you like, take a scratch sheet of paper and a pencil and scribble them down. So find exact ideas you would like to use. If you have some ideas, there's a place you can go to check out more typefaces. It's called thefont.com. This is a place I search for websites for different typefaces. So there's several different typefaces. They have different themes. Sans serif, that is the basic typeface that you learned when you were growing up in kindergarten. It's blocky text. There's no extra added to it. Serif has a little flare at the end. It can either be pointed or rounded or squared. That's what those are called. The little flare at the end is a serif. You have script and cursive. These, not script. Let's try script. Script and cursive. These look like they've been handwritten. Okay. If you're going to use these, I would suggest using a bold, thick typeface. The thinner is going to be really hard to peel off. You also have decorative or novelty. These are, let's see, mostly have a theme to it. So it's specially made and has like, this one's going to be for Valentine's Day. So it's got little hearts in the words. Or, yeah, a lot of them hearts in the words for these. You've got Easter, again, specialty. Looks like Easter eggs or has Easter bunny head ears. So you have sans serif as a typeface, serif, script or cursive, and decorative or novelty, which is pretty much everything else. Now you can also look at dingbats. So if there's something you're looking for, dingbats are like images of the typeface. So instead of it being, you can use some of these if you want to. If you want to use the alien head right here, that's a nice big bold head. Anything thin, I wouldn't use. Too much detail. But you can go through and find stuff that you would like to use. You can download it. To download it, there's a video that shows you how to download and install it. So when you find the typeface you want, you may download and install it. If you want to see what it looks like with your initials, so let's see, one's one that I'd like to use, sci-fi. That looks like a good one. You type your initials here, LR, and then submit. And then you can see what your initials will look like in the different typefaces. And you can scroll through. There's lots of typefaces. Don't get lost in it. Try to figure out what kind of style you like. Do you like sci-fi? Do you like romantic? Do you like bold? Do you like school, cartoon? There's so many different typefaces out there. So find one that you would like to use. I had somebody do, like, what was it, Western? They did cowboy boot with little cowboy typeface. So you can find a typeface that goes with the image you're going to put on there. Here's a video on how to download and install your font when you find it. So our next step, I want you to design a logo with your initials and actually design with an artwork. But before you begin, there's a few things you need to know. Here's some basic information about how to design your sticker. You can't use anything that's copyright. So I'm going to have you go through and play the Ed Puzzle copyright, figure out what is copyright and not. Watch the vector artwork video. And what you're going to look for is artwork that's more of a bold silhouette, one color, no gray or tones. Okay. Then the biggest one, we're going to go to create and apply. Before you begin creating, you got to figure out what you're going to put your vinyl on. Are you going to put it on your mug, on your Chromebook, on your car? What size do you need? I have a ruler by my desk. It's against the wall to the right. You can grab the ruler. And then what color vinyl do you want it printed on? There's a plethora of different colors. You got to choose one. And then this is the directions on how to create your vinyl. So when you click on it, it's going to open another link. If you're in person at school, you're going to click on this link. If you're remote, you're going to click on that link. It'll take you down. Again, we're going to go through pretty much what you went through there. And then we're going to design it in Adobe Illustrator. I have a video here that goes through how to design step by step. And then once you're finished, you're going to print it to the color cube. Make sure it's the size you need. If it's the correct size, you're going to create an outline for your type. And then you're going to share it on the Mac shared server under your name. That way I can open it up and have it cut out on the vinyl. So then in the printout that you have, you want to write your name on that printout and tell me what color vinyl you want it printed on. And I will print it out. So this is one that I did with my initials, LR with an apple. Then our next step, I'm going to cut the vinyl. You can watch this video to see how it's done. Then you get to weed the vinyl, which is taking out the stuff that you're not going to want to use, and applying the vinyl. Okay. After you finish that, I want to answer some questions, reflect on what you did, and then submit this form. There should be a submit button up here. And that is what I want you to do for your vinyl project.